Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to my channel again. Today we are going to talk about adverbial clause of time. If you are new for my channel, please subscribe to get more videos. ጤና ይስጥልን እንደናችሁ እንኳን ወደ ቻናሌ በሰላም መጣችሁ። ዛሬ ደግሞ ስለ adverbial clause of time እናያለን። ለቻናሌ አዲስ ከሆናችሁ ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ ቪዲዮውን እንድትከታተሉ ጋብዛለሁ። So let's start by defining adverbial clause of time. Adverbial clause of time is a dependent clause that answers the question when or how often. It provides information about the time an action happens in relation to another action. The adverbial clause of time ምንለው ነገር ድርጊት መቼ እንደተከናወነ ወይም ምን ያክል ጊዜ እንደተከናወነ የሚገልጽልን ነው። It tells us or it answers the question when or how often. So words just like before, when, while, as soon as, until, since, and show time adverbs. So let's see one by one with its explanation. Let's see about before. Before shows an action happens before another action. An action which happens before another activity, that means. Now let's see examples of adverbial clause of time. Let's see before. Before shows an activity happens before another action. It shows an activity which happens before another activity, that means. Let's see example. She will call you before she leaves the office. She will call you before she leaves the office. What's the meaning of this one? When we explain this one, the action of calling happen before leaving the office. He will call you before she leaves the office mean ኦፊስ ለቃ ከመውጣቷ በፊት ወይም ከኦፊስ ከመውጣቷ በፊት ትደውልልሃለች ወይም ትደውልልሻለች። ስለዚህ ድርጊቱ የሚከናወነው እሷ ኦፊስ ለቃ ከመሄዷ በፊት ነው የሚል ነገር ነው የሚገልጽልን። Therefore, the action of calling happens before leaving the office. This is about before. The next one, after. Then let's see example about after. We can go to the beach. We can go to the beach after the meeting is over. We can go to the beach after the meeting is over. ስብሰባው ካለቀ በኋላ ወደ ቢች እንሄዳለን ይላል። So when we explain this one another way, the action of going to the beach happens after the meeting. ወደ ቢች የመሄዱ እንቅስቃሴ ከስብሰባው በኋላ የሚካሄድ መሆኑን ይገልጽልናል ማለት ነው። This is about after. The next one is when. When shows at that time or at that moment, and it can be used at the past and present. We can use when we are talking about past or present. Let's example. He always feels happy when he listens to the music. He always feels happy when he listens to the music. When we explain this one, the feeling of happiness happens at the time of listening to music. ስለዚህ ፊሊንግ ወይም ደስተኛ የሚሆነው ወይም የሚደሰተው ሙዚቃ ሲያዳምጥ ነው። ሙዚቃ ሲያዳምጥ ይደሰታል ማለት ነው። So the feeling of happiness happens at the time of listening music. The next one is while or as. While or as show during that time, or they show an action in progress. Let's see examples. I was reading while she was cooking dinner. I was reading while she was cooking dinner. እሷ ዲነር ወይም እራት እየሰራች ሳለ እኔ እያነበብኩ ነው ወይም እኔ እያነበብኩ ሳለ እሷ እራት እየሰራች ነበር የሚል አይዲያ ይገልጻል። Two actions were taking place at the same time. So while and as show during that time or an action in progress. We can use as in the place of while, that means. So when we explain this one, both action occur at the same time. That means two actions were taking place at the same time. Then the next one, as soon as. As soon as shows something happens immediately afterwards, or something happens after the other. Let's see example. As soon as I finish my work, I will call you. As soon as I finish my work, I will call you. ልክ ስራዬን እንደጨረስኩ እደውልልሃለሁ. This idea. When we explain this one, the action of calling happens immediately after finishing the work. ስለዚህ የሚደወለው ልክ ስራው እንዳለቀ ስራዬን እንደጨረስኩ እደውልልሃለሁ means afterwards or immediately after the other. Then the next one, until or till, you can say. Until shows up to that time. Until shows up to that time. So let's see examples. They stayed at the party until midnight. They stayed at the party until midnight. When we explain this one, the action of staying at the party continued up to midnight. The action of staying at the party ላይ መቆየቱ እስከ ሚድናይት የቀጠለበትን መንገድ ነው እየገለጸልን ያልነው። ስለዚህ ፓርቲ ላይ እስከ እኩለ ሌሊት ቆይቻለሁ የሚል አይዲያ ነው. So it shows up to that time. Since, the last one. Since shows starting time or a point in time. When we give example about this one, I haven't seen her since she moved to London. When we explain this one, the action of not seeing her started at the time she moved to London and continue to the present. The action of not seeing her starting at the time she moved to London. London ከሄደች ጀምሮ እስካሁን ድረስ አላየኋትም. ለንደን ከሄደች ጀምሮ አላየኋትም የሚል አይዲያ ነው ያለው. That is all about adverbial clause of time. The next time we are going to talk about some other important things. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Till then, have a nice time.